But yeah, besides that, the other big thing that I've been playing is Star Fox Zero, which is...
Oh, okay, we can move on.
No, I just want to say it's garbage. I'll say it first for all the
actually,
listeners.
I'm really curious because I've seen some reviews, I've read some people's thoughts, and a lot of people like it, but they hate the fucking idiocy of using the the motion controls of the gamepad, because that's your second screen. How do you feel about that? Does it work for you? Does it make it a little harder?
No, I definitely hate the controls. Because I want to say like three-fourths through playing through like once.
Sure.
It's just super weird, and I'm going to write something about it. First off, I want to say I'm the only person who plays Nintendo stuff, really, so everyone else hates me. But I'm about 3/4 through. That's just for the listeners so that they know that we're going to talk about Nintendo hardly ever.
No, wait, that's not true. It's not that no one hates you, or everyone hates you, or everyone hates Nintendo here. It's just that Nintendo's dumb because
Nintendo's worth hating. They deserve it.
Well, now,
it's nothing...
real quick, I want the Wii U. I really do. But they're going to announce a new console. I don't want to be dumb, get the Wii U, them come out with a new console and be like, well, I just wasted $350 or whatever, and there's this new console now. Great. So I'm going to wait and see what they do next first before I jump in on the Nintendo hype. Because I already have a 3DS, and I feel dumb because the new Nintendo 3DS came out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait.
Yeah, but anyway, back to Star Fox Zero. Yeah, I don't like it. Nostalgia kind of won me over because Star Fox 64 on N64 was like one of the first really big games I remember playing. It was just like that and GoldenEye were like the two first games we got for our N64, and those kind of like defined what I played the most growing up. That and Smash, obviously, especially on Nintendo. And nostalgia kind of won over because I was like, I don't want to get it because I played it at E3 and I hated the controls back then. But I was like, little, like whatever, 7-year-old Kevin would want to play this. And I don't like it at all.
So why do you not like it? Is it just the controls?
First off, the controls, I hate them. It does give you the option to turn off the motion controls sometimes, but sometimes you have to use them. And then it just kind of gets wonky. Because essentially like you hold the trigger.
I don't quite understand. So I'm not super familiar with what this game is. Yeah. I know I've seen screenshots. It just looks like Star Fox 64 to me.
Yeah.
What's like the elevator pitch for this game?
Star Fox 64 with the shitty motion controls. It's
why did they call it Star Fox Zero? Is it like remastered or something?
Yeah, it's weird because like I know they said it was like inspired by like 64, but it's just this really weird thing, and I'm gonna write about it because obviously Ratchet and Clank just came out on PS4, and that's kind of like a reimagining of their first game. But it does things in so many better ways, and obviously reception for that has been huge. Star Fox 64 did the same thing. It takes like similar stages and like similar setup, and it changes some things, and there's some different vehicles. But if you played 64, you'll recognize like the same stages, and I'm like, this is like what I played, like however long.
So are the graphics at least up?
They're better than they were at E3, but they're still not great. Like it just the whole game overall, like it feels like if it had been a launch title for the Wii U when they were like, oh, here's this gamepad and you can use it for motion controls and there's a second screen experience, it may have maybe I would have been able to like deal with it more because it would have been like this new thing and like, oh, motion controls, that's kind of cute. Oh, look, a second cockpit screen, yeah, that's cute. But like it being at the end of like the Wii U's life cycle, and this is like besides the Wii U, like this is like one of the last big things, and it's not a good thing at all. Like
so I have a question. What do you think would have made Star Fox Zero better? I mean, besides design decisions in terms of levels, in terms of graphics, in terms of polygon counts, etc., etc. Do you think it's just the controls that ruin it, or is it just the fact that you're kind of retreading same stages and that's too familiar? Is it the fact that it's coming out at the end of the Wii U's life cycle? Like, what is it that Nintendo could have done to make Star Fox Zero better since you've played it?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a combination of kind of all three of those things. Because like it starts out really fun. Like it starts out fine. Like I can work with the motion controls, but then when it gets into the like situations where you have to use like the cockpit view, that's when it gets kind of wonky. Then there's this gyrocopter, essentially like you're this essentially like a little helicopter drone, and you have to lower this robot. And there's this entire stage where you're like not even shooting people, you're just like flying around, lowering this robot to like unlock doors essentially. And it's like, this is not what I want from Star Fox. You know, I want something where I'm flying through a level, like fighting like cool enemies and chasing high scores and like fighting cool, interesting bosses. And there is a little bit of that, but it's like definitely bogged down by like, I have to use these motion controls. Here's a stage where I'm in this dumb gyrocopter. It's just bizarre because obviously like Ratchet and Clank, like I said, that just came out, and not that they're like the same genre at all, but they definitely took similar approaches to, you know, here's this old game, we're going to make it current. And Ratchet and Clank arguably did that. They reinvigorated that franchise. This is like, it's almost like the death of Star Fox essentially, because it's like, I don't like it at all. It's like very, very mediocre, close to like intolerable in some areas for me. It's like I don't ever usually hate games, but I'm definitely close to hating Star Fox Zero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Star Fox hasn't been good since it came out on the 64. Like they've just been mostly bad games.
Remember those GameCube games? Oh boy, those were so.
That GameCube game, Star Fox Adventures, I actually liked it. I thought it was fine.
What?
Yeah,
probably because you were a kid and you just didn't know what good games were.
I mean, it might be that. I'm sure if I go back. Well, see, the problem is, it's hard to compare a game, you know, that came out in what, maybe 2000, like early 2000s, to a game that came out in fucking 2016. Like, that's really hard to compare. And game development has advanced so much in the past decade that looking back at a game like Star Fox Adventures, it would be hard to say, yeah, this is just an absolutely atrocious game, because of how it was when it came out. So I don't know. I can't necessarily say if playing it now I think it's bad, or I don't know. Maybe it was because I was just some dumb kid playing some dumb games thinking they were great when they were probably really dumb. But I liked it. I had fun with it.
Like Nikhil, like he used to. People don't know he used to write for 8-Bit Chim. He asked me on Twitter because I was posting about it. I was like, honestly, you're better off like just buying Star Fox 64 on 3DS if you have a 3DS. Like, save your money, play that. It's going to be more enjoyable. Obviously, it's just support of the N64 version, but it's a better game. So.